As couples grow older, time begins to reveal both the beauty and the cracks in their relationship. The routines that once brought comfort can sometimes turn into quiet distance. Aging changes not only the body, but also emotions and priorities. Many seniors find themselves struggling to connect the way they used to. Retirement, health issues, and lifestyle shifts can all reshape how partners relate. Yet, wise couples understand that love must evolve to stay alive. They learn to listen again, not to respond, but to truly understand. Instead of dwelling on what's lost, they cherish what remains. Every shared mourning and gentle touch becomes more meaningful. Aging doesn't have to weaken love. It can deepen it with patience and care. One of the biggest challenges aging couples face is communication. Over time, partners may stop expressing their true feelings, assuming the other already knows. This silence creates emotional distance and confusion. Simple misunderstandings can turn into long-lasting resentment. Wise seniors rebuild communication by speaking with empathy, not accusation. They choose soft words and gentle tones, remembering that kindness heals faster than anger. Listening becomes a form of love, not just an act of politeness. When both partners feel heard, old wounds start to close. Shared laughter returns, and peace replaces tension. Communication remains the heart of every strong marriage, no matter the age. Health problems can also strain even the most loving relationships. When one partner becomes ill, roles shift unexpectedly. The caregiver may feel exhausted, while the one being cared for feels guilty or helpless. These emotions can build invisible walls between them. Wise couples address health challenges as a team, not as opponents. They talk openly about fears, limits, and gratitude. They accept help from family or professionals when needed, preventing burnout. Through compassion, they turn hardship into partnership. Love grows deeper when both partners face illness hand in hand. Illness may test marriage, but it can also reveal its truest strength. Financial stress often reappears during the later stages of life. Retirement can bring uncertainty about money, bills, or future needs. Couples may argue about spending habits or priorities. One might prefer saving, while the other wants to enjoy their time with travel or comfort. These disagreements can create emotional distance and insecurity. Wise seniors solve this by setting shared goals and realistic budgets together. They approach money with teamwork rather than competition. Transparency builds trust, while secrecy breeds tension. When couples manage finances with unity, peace replaces fear. Mutual respect in money matters protects the bond far more than wealth itself. Another silent strain comes from boredom and lack of purpose after retirement. Without daily work or outside responsibilities, couples may feel lost. They start spending every moment together, without clear structure. While this sounds peaceful, it can also lead to irritation or emotional fatigue. Wise seniors rediscover joy by creating new hobbies, volunteering, or learning together. Shared goals revive a sense of adventure and identity. Exploring life together keeps curiosity alive. When couples grow through new experiences, they grow closer emotionally. Passion can be reignited not by routine, but by discovery. Every day becomes a chance to fall in love again in new ways. Sometimes, aging brings emotional withdrawal. As people grow older, they may become more private about their feelings. Fear of loss or vulnerability can make partners distance themselves emotionally. This quiet gap can lead to loneliness even while living together. Wise seniors face vulnerability with courage instead of hiding behind silence. They hold hands more often, speak about their fears, and express gratitude daily. Simple gestures like compliments or shared memories rekindle warmth. They remember that emotional closeness is built from tiny moments of honesty. By staying open-hearted, they transform fear into connection. Vulnerability, when shared, becomes the deepest form of love. Physical intimacy also changes with age, and this can affect emotional closeness. Many seniors experience decreased energy, hormonal shifts, or health limitations. These changes can cause insecurity or frustration between partners. However, intimacy isn't only physical. It's emotional, spiritual, and affectionate. Wise couples redefine closeness through tenderness, touch, and shared affection. They learn that holding hands, cuddling, or simply being present can restore passion. They communicate openly about needs without shame or embarrassment. Emotional safety reignites desire in ways youth never could. Intimacy evolves, but its essence remains the same: connection through love and trust. Aging doesn't end passion, it deepens it. Family dynamics can also bring unexpected tension to senior marriages. Adult children may interfere or express concern in ways that feel intrusive. Grandparenting responsibilities can also create stress if not balanced properly. Wise seniors set gentle but firm boundaries with family members. They make sure their marriage remains a private sanctuary of peace. Couples who stand united handle family pressure with calm understanding. They remind themselves that love between partners must come first. Supporting each other against external stress strengthens their unity. When both partners feel protected within the marriage, harmony grows. Family love flourishes best when the couple's bond remains strong at its core. Loss and grief are also inevitable parts of aging. Friends pass away, and sometimes even children or siblings. Such pain can shake a marriage to its foundation. One partner may grieve differently than the other, leading to confusion or distance. Wise couples allow space for individual sorrow while staying emotionally connected. They comfort each other not by fixing pain, but by being present through it. Shared silence and gentle support heal better than forced optimism. Overcoming grief together builds profound emotional strength. Every shared tear becomes a thread that binds hearts tighter. Love that survives grief becomes unbreakable. Ultimately, aging reveals what love truly means. It's no longer about perfection, beauty, or excitement. It's about presence, patience, and understanding. Wise seniors learn that companionship is the greatest treasure time can offer. They choose forgiveness over pride, gratitude over complaints, and laughter over fear. Every wrinkle becomes a mark of shared survival. Their marriage, once driven by passion, is now guided by wisdom. They have learned that real love is not about never fighting. It's about always returning. Together, they face each sunrise with gentle gratitude. Aging may challenge marriage, but also reveals its deepest grace. As the years pass, memory lapses and forgetfulness can start to frustrate both partners. One may repeat questions, while the other loses patience too quickly. This daily irritation can slowly create emotional distance. Wise seniors remind themselves that memory loss is not a personal fault, but a symptom of aging. They respond with humor and compassion instead of criticism. Laughter often softens the moments that could otherwise lead to tears. Couples who practice patience learn to treasure presence more than perfection. They write reminders together, share gentle jokes, and find joy in simple repetition. Memory may fade, but love's familiarity remains strong. In growing old together, remembering kindness is far more important than recalling every detail. Jealousy can also reappear in later life, often in unexpected ways. When one partner remains socially active while the other becomes more homebound, insecurity may grow. Sometimes, health conditions or physical changes trigger self-doubt. Wise couples address these emotions openly before they fester. They express reassurance and gratitude for one another's loyalty. Sharing appreciation builds emotional security stronger than any promise. Seniors who trust each other deeply find peace even when apart. They understand that love is not about possession, but freedom. Maturity allows them to replace jealousy with admiration. At this stage, love becomes rooted in respect rather than fear. Technology, while helpful, can also become a quiet intruder in senior relationships. One partner might spend too much time watching television or scrolling on a phone. The other feels neglected and invisible. Digital distractions can replace meaningful conversations. Wise seniors set limits for screen use, reclaiming real connection time. They share tea instead of television, laughter instead of notifications. Simple rituals like reading aloud or walking together rekindle closeness. They rediscover the art of eye contact and shared silence. The warmth of a touch is far more healing than the glow of a screen. In choosing presence over distraction, they strengthen the sacred bond of companionship. Sleep patterns often change with age, and this too can affect harmony. One partner may wake early, while the other stays up late. These differences can disrupt intimacy and communication. Wise seniors adapt their routines with understanding, not complaint. They find small ways to overlap their schedules, like sharing breakfast or evening tea. Mutual compromise keeps resentment away. They learn that togetherness doesn't always mean doing everything at the same time. What matters is emotional connection, not rigid synchronization. Respecting each other's rhythms keeps the home peaceful. Love flourishes when partners honor both closeness and individuality. Another common challenge is differing levels of physical energy. One partner may remain active and eager to explore, while the other prefers rest and quiet. This difference can create frustration or guilt on both sides. Wise couples embrace each other's pace with patience. They plan activities that suit both, short walks, movies, or simple garden work. They celebrate shared experiences instead of focusing on limitations. Every act of cooperation becomes a small victory for the relationship. When one slows down, the other slows too, not out of pity but out of love. Harmony grows when speed no longer defines companionship. In slowing together, they rediscover balance and unity. For many seniors, spiritual or religious beliefs can evolve with age. Sometimes one partner's faith deepens while the other becomes more questioning. These differences can create quiet tension or misunderstanding. Wise couples approach faith with respect and openness. They listen without judgment, honoring each other's spiritual paths. Shared prayer or meditation can still unite them in peace. They focus on shared values, kindness, forgiveness, and gratitude, rather than doctrine. Love itself becomes a sacred practice beyond religion. In accepting differences, they find deeper understanding. The soul of a marriage thrives where faith meets compassion. Social isolation can also creep in during older years, particularly after retirement. Without regular social contact, couples may rely too heavily on each other for emotional fulfillment. This dependency can cause irritation or burnout. Wise seniors nurture friendships and community connections outside the marriage. They join clubs, volunteer, or participate in local activities. A healthy social life brings fresh stories, laughter, and balance. Partners in return to each other renewed, not drained. Individual growth strengthens togetherness rather than weakening it. Love grows best when each heart has room to breathe. Togetherness flourishes when supported by independence. Unresolved past conflicts can resurface as couples age and spend more time together. Old arguments or regrets may echo through quiet moments. Without awareness, these memories can poison peace in the present. Wise couples face the past not with anger but acceptance. They acknowledge mistakes, seek forgiveness, and release what no longer serves love. Healing the past allows emotional space for joy. Apologizing becomes a form of tenderness, not weakness. Seniors who make peace with their history walk lighter together. Every forgiveness becomes a seed for new affection. The older the love, the more it deserves compassion. Another challenge that appears with aging is the fear of being a burden. One partner may feel guilty for needing help, while the other feels overwhelmed by responsibility. This emotional weight can strain communication and closeness. Wise couples handle these moments with reassurance and empathy. They remind each other that care is an expression of love, not obligation. Sharing tasks and accepting outside assistance can relieve tension. Gratitude replaces guilt when love is seen as teamwork. Each act of kindness becomes a bridge instead of a burden. Seniors who care for each other tenderly build the most unshakable bond. In shared vulnerability, they rediscover the purest form of devotion. Finally, the awareness of mortality can reshape how couples see each other. The thought of losing a lifelong partner brings fear, sadness, and urgency. Some withdraw emotionally to avoid future pain, while others cling too tightly. Wise seniors face this truth with courage and openness. They speak about legacy, love, and memories instead of avoiding the topic. Every shared day becomes precious when time feels finite. They take more photos, say more thank yous, and forgive faster. Accepting mortality brings clarity about what truly matters. Love deepens when it learns to let go without losing connection. In the face of time, gratitude becomes the strongest language of love. As couples grow older, they sometimes forget to celebrate milestones that once mattered deeply. Anniversaries, birthdays, and simple victories can pass unnoticed. This lack of celebration can make love feel routine and colorless. Wise seniors revive joy by honoring every shared achievement, no matter how small. They light candles, share favorite meals, or revisit old memories. These gestures remind them that love deserves acknowledgement, even after decades. Celebrating together rekindles emotional excitement and gratitude. It keeps the heart youthful and reminds partners of their shared journey. Aging may slow the body, but it can't dim the spark of appreciation. Love grows stronger when it remembers to rejoice. Travel and change can also become sources of tension in older marriages. One partner might crave new adventures, while the other fears the discomfort of leaving home. These different desires can cause subtle conflict or resentment. Wise couples approach compromise with empathy and curiosity. They find gentle ways to explore the world without overwhelming one another. A weekend getaway or visit to a local park can become just as meaningful as a long trip. The goal is not distance but discovery. When both feel included, the joy of exploration returns. Shared curiosity keeps the bond alive and fresh. Growth happens when both hearts meet halfway between comfort and courage. Aging can shift personal identity and self-worth, which may unsettle marital balance. One partner may struggle with feeling less useful or attractive. This inner insecurity often spills into the relationship. Wise seniors uplift each other by offering reassurance and genuine compliments. They remind one another of their continued value and beauty. Love at this age becomes a sanctuary of affirmation. When both partners nurture self-esteem, the relationship feels safe and alive. The words "you matter" mean more than grand declarations. Respecting each other's evolving identity sustains connection through every season. In seeing each other clearly, they keep the marriage glowing with mutual pride. Sometimes, old habits become invisible obstacles. Small behaviors like interrupting, criticizing, or ignoring may have gone unnoticed for years. Over time, these patterns erode tenderness and trust. Wise couples use self-awareness to break unhealthy cycles. They reflect honestly on their actions and how they affect the other. Change begins not with blame, but with humility. Each apology becomes an act of renewal. Seniors who choose gentleness over ego repair emotional cracks with care. Small improvements repeated daily rebuild intimacy. It's never too late to grow together into better versions of love. The environment of the home can also influence harmony in aging marriages. Clutter, disorganization, or outdated routines can create stress subconsciously. Wise seniors refresh their living space as an act of emotional cleansing. They decorate with light, order, and objects that bring peace. A tidy home often mirrors a calm relationship. When the environment feels nurturing, so does the bond between partners. Even simple actions like gardening or rearranging photos bring shared satisfaction. The home becomes a reflection of shared energy and history. Couples who nurture their surroundings also nurture their hearts. Peace in space creates peace in spirit. Grandchildren, while a source of joy, can also become an unexpected stressor. The desire to help family sometimes leads to overcommitment. Couples may argue about how much time or energy to give. Wise seniors set healthy boundaries while staying loving and available. They share responsibilities fairly and communicate openly about limits. Supporting family shouldn't come at the expense of personal well-being. By balancing love and rest, they maintain harmony at home. Grandparenting becomes a joy rather than a burden. It's the art of giving without losing oneself. Love extends best when the couple's unity remains a foundation. Differences in health philosophy can emerge with age. One partner may prefer natural remedies, while the other trusts modern medicine. These disagreements, though small, can escalate into major tension. Wise couples approach health discussions with respect, not stubbornness. They combine their knowledge and find balance between tradition and science. Cooperation creates comfort and shared confidence in decisions. They remember that the goal is well-being, not victory. Mutual understanding keeps them united even when choices differ. In shared care, they discover shared strength. Partnership means healing together, not competing over who's right. Aging often slows conversation as hearing declines or speech becomes tiring. Silence grows not from distance, but from fatigue or misunderstanding. Wise couples adapt with patience and creativity. They use gestures, eye contact, or written notes to stay connected. Love doesn't depend on perfect words, but on intention. A simple smile can replace 1,000 explanations. They take time to ensure the other feels included and understood. Communication shifts from verbal to emotional resonance. Every act of effort becomes proof of love's endurance. True connection is never limited by sound. It speaks from the heart. Some seniors struggle when one partner craves solitude more than the other. Needing personal space doesn't always mean rejection, but it can feel that way. Wise couples learn to respect each other's individual rhythms. They allow quiet time without interpreting it as emotional distance. Reuniting after peaceful solitude brings renewed warmth. Independence becomes a tool for harmony, not separation. Both partners learn to love without possession. They find beauty in being together, yet free. Love breathes easiest when it's given space to rest. Companionship and freedom can beautifully coexist. Lastly, emotional fatigue can set in after years of problem-solving and caregiving. Constantly managing challenges can drain even the strongest relationships. Wise seniors recognize the need for rest, both physical and emotional. They schedule moments of stillness, reflection, and self-care together. Doing nothing becomes a sacred act of renewal. Quiet afternoons with tea, music, or nature heal the heart. Recharging together restores patience and understanding. It allows partners to face life's demands with fresh energy. Rest is not laziness. It's love's preservation. In stillness, the bond finds strength again. Sometimes, unspoken expectations begin to wear down even long-lasting marriages. Partners assume the other should simply know what they want without asking. This silent assumption leads to disappointment and frustration. Wise seniors replace expectation with communication. They express needs clearly and kindly, understanding that love thrives on clarity. When words replace assumptions, tension melts away. Emotional honesty feels freeing after years of holding back. Each new conversation becomes a bridge to rediscovery. Love remains strongest when both hearts stay curious. Even after decades, asking and listening keep the marriage alive and open. Aging can also bring changes in appearance that affect self-confidence. Wrinkles, weight gain, or gray hair can alter how partners see themselves and each other. Sometimes, one feels less attractive and withdraws emotionally. Wise couples see beauty through the eyes of the soul, not youth. They celebrate the stories written in each other's faces. Compliments, even small ones, restore confidence and affection. They remind one another that beauty matures just like love does. What was once passion turns into admiration and gratitude. Attraction doesn't fade, it transforms. In the eyes of true love, age only deepens elegance. Another strain can come from clinging to control. Some seniors have spent decades leading or deciding, making it hard to share power equally. This can cause frustration or quiet rebellion in the other partner. Wise seniors learn the grace of letting go. They understand that control doesn't equal safety. It often blocks connection. Trusting one another allows a relationship to breathe. Shared decisions build mutual respect and emotional safety. Humility becomes an act of love rather than defeat. The greatest strength lies in cooperation, not domination. Fear of change can quietly undermine the marriage as years advance. Many couples grow attached to their routines, resisting new experiences. While familiarity feels safe, it can also create emotional stagnation. Wise couples embrace small changes with open hearts. They try new foods, visit new places, or simply rearrange the furniture. Change becomes an expression of continued growth, not threat. It reminds them that life still holds surprises worth exploring together. Shared curiosity keeps the bond youthful. When love evolves with life, it never grows old. Sometimes resentment builds from uneven household roles. One partner might feel they carry more responsibilities than the other. Over time, this imbalance can lead to quiet anger or exhaustion. Wise seniors discuss fairness without blame. They reassign tasks based on ability and health rather than tradition. Teamwork becomes a solution instead of criticism. Each act of cooperation restores emotional balance. They thank each other for small contributions, recognizing shared effort. Equality isn't about perfection, it's about appreciation. A marriage rooted in fairness grows calmer and stronger. Old emotional wounds can still echo long after forgiveness was spoken. Words said decades ago may resurface in quiet moments. Wise couples understand that forgiveness is not a one-time act, but a lifelong practice. They revisit old hurts gently, with understanding rather than accusation. Healing continues as both partners allow space for vulnerability. They remind each other that love is greater than any past mistake. Every apology reaffirms their commitment to peace. Letting go becomes an ongoing expression of strength. True forgiveness ages gracefully, just like enduring love. The heart's ability to forgive deepens with time. Friendship outside marriage can sometimes cause misunderstanding. One partner may feel jealous or neglected if the other spends time with friends. These feelings often mask a deeper need for reassurance. Wise seniors communicate openly about boundaries and trust. They celebrate each other's social lives instead of feeling threatened. Time apart strengthens appreciation for time together. Independent friendships keep the spirit lively and self-esteem strong. Love rooted in trust doesn't fear separation, it thrives on it. Mature love values freedom as much as togetherness. The healthiest marriages are built on both loyalty and liberty. Emotional imbalance can also occur when one partner carries more optimism than the other. Pessimism can drain joy, while excessive cheer can feel dismissive. Wise seniors find harmony between realism and hope. They allow space for sadness without letting it dominate. Encouragement becomes a shared language of comfort. They lift each other up when one falls into doubt. Humor becomes medicine that lightens even the heaviest days. Laughter connects hearts beyond words or logic. A balanced emotional climate keeps love resilient. Together, they learn that joy and sorrow can coexist beautifully. Sometimes, partners lose touch with their shared sense of play. Life seriousness and health concerns can make laughter seem less frequent. Wise seniors make playfulness a conscious choice. They dance in the kitchen, tell silly jokes, or watch old comedies together. Joyful moments break tension and bring back youthful energy. Humor dissolves fear faster than any argument can. Shared laughter is a form of healing that words can't replace. It reminds them that marriage isn't just partnership, it's friendship, too. When laughter returns, love feels young again. Playfulness keeps the heart light no matter the age. Finally, wise couples realize that gratitude is the anchor of a lasting marriage. Aging reveals that time together is the most precious gift of all. Each day shared becomes a blessing worth noticing. Saying, "Thank you" for simple things renews appreciation. Gratitude turns ordinary days into sacred ones. It shifts focus from what's missing to what's cherished. Seniors who practice daily gratitude live with softer hearts and calmer minds. Every meal, every walk, every sunrise together becomes a celebration. In gratitude, love finds its eternal language. And in that language, even age cannot silence devotion.